All right, Hippo Balls, week one, coming to you live from the Hippo Den. I'd have to re-record this video. I'm trying to use my computer. I don't know what happened to the first round, but let's go again. Thank you, Nima. Wonderful draft. Best draft so far by far. Wonderful host. Hibachi amazing. Pool amazing. Kane's game amazing. Tootsie's amazing. Overall, wonderful time. Morale at an all-time high. Hooray, Nima. College football roundup. We got the Canes were pretty bad in the first half, but then they were okay in the second half. They play Texas A&M next week. Huge game. Texas A&M lost this week. Huge frauds if they go 2 games in a row losing. Canes back. UF down on 4th and 6. They went for it on their own 30. Weird move with like 4 minutes left and 3 timeouts. AR-15 a bum. Napier I think a bum. UF not back. Notre Dame, huge frauds, 0-2. Freeman error over. As I stated, Texas A&M lost to App State. Not great for them. FSU beat LSU, of course. Getting real cocky. Jordan Travis posting draft day Johnny Manziel videos. Iced out jerseys. We need to beat Louisville next week. We haven't had that kind of swag in a while. We'll see how that goes. Nebraska, Scott Frost probably fired. Lost to Georgia Southern. Not a good look. He's pretty bad. Bama should have lost to the Texas backup quarterback. I don't know how they did that at the end. They almost got sacked and lost the game. They didn't. If Texas had their quarterback, they would have lost. Don't love that for Bama. Wish they would have lost, though. Weird Ben and Sean trade. I don't know what that was about. They even provided the receipts of it. That was weird. It's just said, hey, you want my kicker for a quarter running back? And he said, yeah, sure, send it. I think they had a burner phone or something. Singletary for Tucker, I guess. Let's see how that goes. Let's start with Boom v. Siegel. Ben v. Siegel, 140, 135. Ben projected to win. He already had Cup score 32, so that's good. Siegel had Josh Allen score 37, so that's good for him. He's got Hawushka drinking, Aaron Rodgers, that's Ben at Mini. He has no weapons, but Aaron Rodgers, I guess, is good. He's a little older, he's a little weirder, but he's fine. Chase Edmonds at New England, we'll see the running back situation in Miami, whether they use Mosser, whether they use Chase. Chase was a little banged up. I think he's fine. I know you don't want me to go through each one of these people. Debo, CEH. I don't love Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Ooga Booga at Seattle. A.J. Brown I like a lot. Eagles I like a lot this year. I think he's going to have a good year at Detroit. That's a good game. Seagulls got Chase at Pitt. Like that. DK Metcalf, don't like that. Even Geno Smith throwing him the ball. Of course, it should have been Drew Lock. I don't like any of the Seattle receivers this year. I guess, he's got to throw to someone, and DK's good, of course, but don't love it. Zeke, I don't love this year either. I think Pollard eats into him at Tampa Bay. That should be a good run defense. Don't love Zeke today. Antonio Gibson in the rain at Jacksonville. I'll get into weather later. Antonio Gibson, right now, Brian Robinson's shot for the next few weeks, so I guess hopefully he's good. I have him in a few other leagues, but a little worried about that. I guess it's rain. They should be running more, but he also fumbles all the time. Don't know about that. And you got your boy D-Mont, who's always Give me Boom to win this one. As long as Aaron Rodgers plays fine, he should win. Navid v. Sean. Navid already had the Rams score 9. Sean had Gabe Davis play well and do a gender reveal during the game. He got 19. Good for Gabe Davis. Good for Sean. Navid's got Lamar Jackson at the Jets. I think Lamar has a huge year. I think they probably should have re-signed him. The price only goes up. It's weird that he's his own agent, so I don't know. Dealing with him must have been weird. I think he has a good year as long as he doesn't get hurt. I like that matchup. Juju at Arizona. Who knows what Juju's going to be on the Chiefs. I don't hate it, I guess. He has to throw to someone, and there's not really any other receivers. Renfro at the Chargers. He's always fine. He got Derrick Henry back, his boy, at the Giants, and he's got Barkley at Tennessee. He's got both the running backs in that game. Love Barkley this year. Derrick Henry should be fine. Giants run D, not that good. Like that matchup. Kelsey at Arizona. Kelsey's 100 years old, but like I said, he's got to throw to someone, and as long as Kelsey doesn't fall off a cliff, he should be fine. Michael Thomas is playing and starting for Navid. I think the Saints are going to be fine this year. I think Jameis is going to be decent this year, whether he's throwing to Olave or Jarvis Landry or Michael Thomas. I don't know. Thomas need a while to get back, maybe. Sean has J.K. Dobbins out. They said he could have played, but he's sitting out. They want to be sure about it. Kyler Murray at Kansas City. Kyler Murray, I like that. It's going to be a shootout. Cooks at Indy, I like that. Cooks can catch from anyone. I could be throwing him and he would still go 10 for 90. Um, that's going to have to be throwing. I also kind of like Davis Mills. Davis Mills truther. Joe Mixon at Pitt. That's always a rivalry game like that. Joe Mixon's always solid. Elijah Mitchell at Chicago. That should be a good matchup. Chicago run D pretty bad. Schultz at Tampa Bay and Josh Jacobs at Chargers. Everyone has Raiders and Chargers players today, and I'll go through that. Jacobs is always but should be fine. He's also got a shiny new kicker, Tucker. I like Navid with the running backs. Give me Navid and Lamar for the win. Tim Leaves v. Bird. Tim's supposed to beat him by 16, 146, 130. Tim already had Tyler Bass and Buffalo put up like 25 or 26. Tom Brady at Dallas. Brady's 45. He's kind of over it. Home life kind of bad for him. Supposedly Giselle's not happy with him, but he loves playing football. O-line, like I said, not that great, but I think he'll be fine. Pittman at Houston. Love Pittman this year. Love Matty Ice this year. Love their connection. Think they're going to be good. Amon St. Brown at Philly. Like that as well. They're going to have to be slinging at Goff, and I like Amon. Christian McCaffrey at Cleveland in the Baker revenge game. Think the Panthers come out and stunt today. As long as McCaffrey doesn't get injured, that should be great. Fournette at Dallas. Like Fournette. Waller at Chargers. Waller just got a new deal. Don't love that. Former cokehead. Think he's going to be a little lazy this year. You never want your fantasy player to get a new contract. You want him to be playing like Lamar, playing for a contract, not with a new contract. And Waddle at New England. I think Waddle's not going to have as good a season as last year, of course, with Hill, but I think he'll be fine. We got Angele's birthday today, so hopefully Bird gets some good luck here. He's got Russ revenge game at Seattle. Think he's going to blow up and be very good. Keenan Allen at the Raiders. DJ Moore at Cleveland, like that a lot. Jonathan Taylor at Houston, they should be running it down their throats a bunch today, but whether they take him out at like half because they're dominating and put in Hines, I don't know. Brees Hall at Baltimore, don't love that. I think Brees is going to be good this year, but whether it's week 1 or like week 5, I don't know. I think Michael Carter's still going to get some play here. Kyle Pitts in New England, at NOLA, like that. And then Julio Jones at Dallas. This is the only way he has to win here. Julio Jones needs to dominate today. He is supposed to be a sneaky DFS guy today. Godwin's on a snap count, maybe. If he can catch a touchdown or two, you got a chance, but not sure he does. Give me Tim. Jan v. Thanos. Jan 128. Thanos 116. Noah already had Knox put up a goose egg at 1.5. Gay put up 6. Kittle's out. Not a great start for Noah. Jan's got Ayuk on the bench and Cordella Patterson on the bench as well. Patterson, of course, was everyone's darling last year, but he's 100 years old and he's a wide receiver, so maybe that's a good move. Burrow at Pitt, rivalry game, like that. Evans at Dallas. I think Mike Evans has a very good game. Judy at Seattle. I think Judy and Sutton both have really good games. Najee at Cincy, like that. Chubb at Carolina, like that. The only chance the Browns have in this game is to run it. They got Brissett at quarterback. That's not doing anything for you, so Chubb needs to have a huge game for them to win. Hawkinson at Philly, like that. Devonta Smith at Lions, I think that's fine. Thanos has Herbert at Raiders, like that a lot. Adams at Chargers. That Raiders-Chargers game going to be big for everybody. I like both those matchups. Scary Terry at Jax, I like that too, I think. I don't really love Wentz or the Redskins at all this year. You'll see that in my Hippo Balls. But Kamara, Atlanta, great matchup. Mike Davis at Jets, don't love that. I guess the Ravens have to play somebody, whether it's Kenyon Drake or Mike Davis, but I don't love it. Thielen at the Packers. Thielen's getting older and whiter and not as great. I'm sure he'll be fine, but whether it's a Justin Jefferson show, we all know it is. Give me Jan, just because the injuries and what you got so far. All right, last two matchups. We got Gabe v. Eli rivalry and Hippo v. Nima rivalry. Hippo Wave God game of the week. I'll get to that, but let's do Eli and Gabe first. Eli is supposed to smack Gabe 137-114. Stafford already put up a huge pumpkin in his game. He looks washed. His shoulder's shot. 3 INTs. Don't love that. Eli's got Mahomes at Arizona. It should be a shootout. Mahomes doesn't have Hill anymore, but it's still Mahomes. Sutton at Seattle, love that. Like I said, Connor at Kansas City, I think that's fine. Aaron Jones at Mini, really love that. I think him and I think AJ Dillon both have a big game. They got no one else to throw to. They're going to have to run it. They're going to have to throw it to their running backs. Mark Andrews at Jets, love that. Robert Woods at Giants, I guess that's fine. Gabe's got CeeDee Lamb at Tampa Bay. I like that. Deontay Johnson is healthy. He was dealing with a shoulder. Don't mind that. If Mitch is going to be the same as Ben with him, he's going to get his targets. Whether it's one catch for 3 yards at a time, we'll see. Swift at Philly, like that a lot. It's all going to come down for Gabe's season to Javonte Williams. He paid $1 billion for a timeshare running back. In Seattle, do I think he's better than Melvin Gordon? Yeah, I think he's better. Do I think he's worth what you paid? Probably not. I do think he has a good game at Seattle, so we'll see how that goes. Ertz is also healthy. You were worried about him. Kansas City, like that matchup. They're going to have to throw it. Bateman at the Jets should be fine. Whether they just run it 100 times and don't throw it, I don't know. Playing Bateman over Dillon, we'll see how that goes. Hippo v Wave God, game of the week. I'm projected 133. He's projected 123. He had a great game from Diggs, 26. Cam Akers put up huge goose egg, 0 points, 0 yards on 3 carries. Hopefully that does it for me. I got Hurts at Detroit. Like I said, love the Eagles, love Hurts. T. Higgins at Pitt, like that. Mike Williams at Raiders. Raiders. Etienne at Washington, and am I worried about Robinson healing? Yeah, but I think Etienne still has a huge role. Eckler at Raiders as well. Like I said, huge game for everybody. Like that. Cole Kmet at San Francisco. Supposedly he's supposed to be good this year from everything I've read. We'll see. Hollywood Brown at Kansas City in a shootout like that. He's got Justin Jefferson. Very worried about that at the Packers. They're going to have to throw it. Carr at Chargers. Cook at Green Bay. Very worried about that Vikings stack there, but we'll see how that goes. Austin Hooper, I'm not worried about versus the Giants. Mooney, I'm not really worried about against San Francisco. Sure, he's the wide receiver 1 for the Bears, but it's the Bears. I think I take it. I hope I take it. Give me Hippo in that. Hippo Balls. Of course, I'm taking Finns -3 at the Pats. I was listening to XM Radio. They say that we're going to lose. They say no Brian Jones is not good. They say that Igbo's pretty terrible at quarterback too. I agree with all that. I think our roster is better. I think we come out strong. I think Tua's back. I think McDaniel's good. I think Pats are not that good. And I think that Finns -3, 100 Hippo Balls. Game of the week is Panthers, PK, or money line. It's either at the Browns, Baker revenge game. I think Baker comes out huge. I don't trust Jacoby Brissett at all, or the Browns defense is fine, sure, but Baker wants this more than anything. A billion, trillion Hippo Balls on Panthers money line. Also, game of the week, Jags +3 and money line at Washington. I think Washington are frauds. I think Carson Wentz a fraud. I think Doug Peterson's way better than Urban Meyer. Trevor Lawrence, second year. Etienne back. I really kind of like the Jags. I think +3 and money line, easy. I think they smoke the Redskins. Whether they smoke them or not, they're going to win. Weather report, Jags, Washington, heavy rain, so that could affect that game. Steelers, Bengals, possible heavy rain. Hippo out. We're going to have a raffle Monday night. Let's go. Good to be back.